train spotting. That's exciting. Oh, there we go. Coming out of that tunnel there. Funny little road. There's like 3 houses or a bit more. And all that for that. Right, there's the sea. It's about 9:30, 10 at night. And I'm finally sober. I'm actually fucking sober. I'm determined to get sober again. Christ. Actually, it's been going on for like just over 2.5 months. I started off with my lower back compression, started to really get into me, and I got stuck into the vodka, and then the pain's not there. But you just wake in fright anyways. It's an Australian book and film. But yeah, god damn, vodka's really cheap here. It's like $10, and I mix it with we work out the vodka, like a 700ml bottle, and fruit juice, which I dilute with water. I mix all that in, and you get yourself a cheap drink, but it's 40%. But yeah, I fell straight into that, and for weeks I've been saying I'm going to stop drinking, and every day I get, I've still got some leftovers here. Oh, how about I just polish off these leftovers? But once you get the taste for it, it's back into it. God damn it. So I've got to get back up on my feet. Showered and shaved and clipped and put on clean jeans, and I'm actually wearing like wet underwear and a wet singlet. Because I would chuck things in the washing machine and just press the buttons and be too lazy to take it out and hang it, I just didn't want to go anywhere, didn't want to do anything, and I've rarely been anywhere in the last 2.5 months. Really. Like I went for one sober cycle to find a glazier, and I haven't been back yet because I said there's no rush for it, because I put in a bit of a stopgap there. And, I'm actually going on my circuit. I don't know whether I'll circuit and then double back. That reminds me of a guy earlier. He rode past me in the neighbourhood, in the suburb there, and he didn't have his light on. I was having a look at the rules and laws and all that, and there's something like a stipulation there. I thought it was just 0-0, you can't drink and ride a bicycle, but apparently it's like if you're incapacitated enough to not be able to, so they make a decision, or they'll give you a breatho or something like that, and if you're over, then there's a major fine. And so this bloke was riding past me, and one of the laws is at night time, I think it's Tokyo law, but the laws are pretty lax. I don't know if the law is the same here, but presumably at night you have to have a light, and mine runs on a dyno, like that guy. He's got a flashing light, and he's got one on the back there too. I don't like going on that part because it gets really really narrow there, so I just stick to this one. You can ride on the sidewalks, which is sort of not what we're allowed to do in Australia. Australia's got way more regulations than the Japanese. God, it's like they needed to change from a 500ml roll of toilet paper to 1,000 sheet roll so they can write more fucking laws, bylaws and regulations, and just so they can scam you. I got scammed for $200 for having a beer on the street with a bloke and we were just having a beer. Oh, you can't do that. I'm like, what? You own the universe? Anyways. Where was I? This guy rode past me pretty quickly. I sort of skipped off the road there, and he didn't have a light on. And then soon after, within a minute, I hear all these sirens. Maybe that's the police that want to pull him over, and then hey, you're not wearing you don't have a light on like that, do they? And this place look alright, eh? Look how calm the water is. And so, look, hang on, all those sirens, just more and more sirens started coming along. I'm thinking, shit. I saw the red lights of fire engines, and I'm like, shit, it's not my joint. And then they go by, and they're on the main road. Anyway, so yeah, I took a ride to this glazier in order to figure out how I'm going to reinstall the correct type of glass that I happened to fall through. Yeah, whoops. Hey, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Monday, why am I outside? God damn it. And those fucking stupid slipper type shoes and shit you put on, because it's a real hard floor that I've got. And well, I'm paying rent to have a real hard floor, so I don't have a rug or anything. And it's real hard on your feet. So you wear these stupid slipper things and you slip in and out of the bastards all the time, and that's what would have happened. Granted, I was loaded at the time, and boom, straight out the back. I'm shocked that I did not decapitate myself, or close. I am shocked. I didn't even get a wound. Oh yeah, it'd be great to have a bike on this road, middle of the night. They do that quite often. Yeah, it was because the curtain and the drapey thing. Very thin it was, but that saved my ass this time. Oh yeah, in the distance you see the Fukuoka Tower on that road. That away. Yeah. So yeah, for weeks I've been saying to myself, come on, I'm gonna stop drinking. I might go to sleep for 3 hours, or try to sleep and roll in one position, can't sleep on that side, can't sleep with that side, all the acids come up, and then I'd be throwing up. God, how many fucking times? I've got this big bucket, and I have these sessions of throwing up. Shit, very painful it is. But I only have to, when I'm in that way where the acid's real bad, I try to say, no, I don't want to throw it, and I only have to think of throwing up, and boom. And it's rushed to the bucket, and drag it back in a session again. Shit, I'm kind of thinking about it right now. So, but the acid things are alright right now, so that's good. Right here, when what do you call it, the equinox or winter solstice or whatever you call that bloody thing, when the moon is at its closest point and it's like a blood red moon. I put that picture up. There's a bloke here, he had this amazingly fancy pants camera thing set up, and we got to talk to a mate of mine. We were doing the circuit, and we're heading down to Meinohama or wherever, and he said, yeah, come and have a look, and we were looking through this thing, and oh my, how close it was, and he sent a picture to my mate, and he sent it to me somehow through some kind of airdroppy thing or something, I don't know, and then he texted that thing to me. But yeah, that was really fantastic. My, what a beautiful moon. Oh. Yeah, but for weeks I've been saying, come on, I've got to get sober, and I'd sort of try to sleep for 3 hours or something. And sometimes I would sleep, and the only way I know I sleep is that I dream a lot. Oh shit, yeah. It didn't get so bad this time when I was having visions of fucking monsters, and a while back I closed my eyes and all I see was like just this weird shit, man. And so it was just like keeps flashing like a roll of film, all this weird shit. So, but I didn't, and I have to open my eyes, but I want to sleep, and every time I did that, oh fuck, no, that was bad. So the drink can really get you. Alright, cruising, little scoots. Yeah, there's a sickle, so I don't like to ride on that section at all, because it gets so thin up there. And I mean, he's wearing a black t-shirt, so you can't even see the guy now, right? And that's not exactly safe in my opinion. At least having a light on the back. He might have a reflector or something. What am I, a community service agent? Yeah, it looks like there's a reflector on the back there, but I don't like that section. Oh. Yeah, so I'd kind of get up, and I was just on the internet for months. Just so many times I'd recharge the battery of my phone, and sometimes when it was charged, I'd sort of press it on to see. Off case it was just the battery was dead again. But off case I'd be like, shit, what day is it? You know, honestly, could it be a Thursday, a Monday? Don't know. I actually thought it was Saturday, possibly Friday or Saturday. Turns out it's a Monday. Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, so many times I'd just sort of get up and turn that computer on and just be addicted to watching videos and do some gaming and be listening to podcasts. Or sometimes I just watch the podcast, and there's so much stuff that's so depressing that's going on in this world. And how do you annul that? You know, just by dropping a bottle of vodka. But it's not so much as depresses me, because I don't get depressed. It's more intrigues me at just how fucking bad things are. You know? Well, times are changing, I say. Hopefully. This would be a good fishing spot. If it wasn't for the cars. I might walk past the Mongol wall. But yeah, finally said, alright, come on. In fact, I've gone on a beer size thousands of times. And even like this evening. So I'm not worried about what time I get up or anything. Just get fucking sober. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. So I've been so wonky. There's that bloody random pillar thing. That thing there. It's been hit by pedals and so many pedals. Bong. That bastard. I should at least insert it or something. And just have a locator. Anyways, you get random poles around here, you know, I've hit a few. So yeah, I was like, right, I'm determined to, you know, clean myself up. You should see the apartment's just beer cans and bottles of vodka all over the place. Beer's really cheap here, and you can get it 24/7. There's a convenience store, like, what would that be, 90 seconds, possibly a bit more than that, 90 seconds maybe from me. And there's another one just up there, and another one over there, and there's a 24/7 supermarket over yonder on one of my walking tracks, and all that. And so, you know, once you get the taste of it, like, oh shit, running out of booze, just go out there and get some booze. Yeah, that's how it's been going. Anyways, I've been watching a lot of political stuff and, you know, things that are going on in the world, and it's fascinating. Fascinating how bad it is. He's having fun. That's actually a scooter. It's one of those 4-stroke scooters. I think they might be up to 400 cc's or something. Ooh, run on a centrifugal clutch. What is happening in the world? What's interesting that's happening? This BRICS thing seems to be something for the West to worry about. Shit, how many more countries are joining, and they're already starting to trade in currencies. And you know, I've been watching the US dollar as it goes up to the yen, and it's like, woohoo, if you sell something. That was then, but this is now. It always gets worse, doesn't it? The cost of like products and things here is way higher than what it was in recent times. And so it's like, you know, it might look like you earn a bit more if you're getting some US dollars coming in, but then the cost of all this shit trying to buy, you're like, oh, what the fuck? So everyone goes to these cheaper and cheaper and cheaper stores, but a lot of the products are lesser and lesser kind of crap, you know. Not everyone's affected by that, so a lot of people just don't give a fuck, right? That's the problem with the way things are going. So many cowards out there. So we're all so pigeonholed that if you stand up and say something, they get you. You know, they can get you, and they get you, and they get you, and financially ruin you. They'll intimidate you, all kinds of shit. I'll prove it to you. How's the Aussie Cossack, for instance? He's holed up in the Russian consulate, all right, in Sydney, I believe it to be. Not Melbourne, is it? But in Sydney, and because he's from Russian descent, and so he's you know, he's in favour of Russia, and he tries to give people a perspective of the Russian side. Okay, see, me, I want to hear both sides. Personally, what I think is all we are saying is give peace a chance. You know, that's where I'm at. I wanna hear the sound of silence of the guns. You know, just stop this shit, because you don't want it to escalate. Anyways, for Longspan, for years I've been watching this guy. The police are being like government, right? The police, they follow him around, and they follow his car, and they pull him over all the time, and they're like, oh, you're waving a flag, you know, Australian flags, and the Eureka Stockade, you know, sort of a bit of dissent going on there, and they pull him over all the time, and they rifle through all his shit, and then give him breathos, and then they were pulling over his wife, and so she would drive, and he would film and go, look at this shit, look what's happening, watch this, there's 2 of the police cars behind me right now, they're going to pull me over, right? And all he is discussing, at that time, was discussing the politics of Australia, alright, and talking about just how corrupt it is. And apparently, I hear a whisper at least, that times are a changing there. If that's the case, I'd be well keen to, well, I can't afford it, obviously, you know, and shit, if I didn't drink those $10 bottles of vodka or an orange, I probably could after all these years, but anyways, it ebbs and flows with me. God damn, it's just a fucking nightmare, isn't it? I have been thinking of just having a total change of existence, you know. Anyways, I'm questioning it. But yeah, you know, back then he'd be talking about how corrupt the political system is, and he'd do these podcasts and talk with people, really intelligent people who know what's going on, and they talk about with the ballots and stuff like that, they just put these other people way down on the ballot, you know, so they're just unknowns, but they have political clout and have a big following, you know, but no, we'll put them down there. And so anyways, the Aussie Cossack, they start getting on him about, they come up with this new rule and law of incitement, incitement to protest or incitement to violence and all this shit, right? So this is the class, this is who we're dealing with here. The Salty Cracker talks about a lot of what's going on in his country, in the US, about how their tactics of attacking opponents and attacking, well, good people. He calls them lizard people, and criminals and monsters. You ain't wrong. Let's just remove that in the forest. Anyways, so getting back to my point of how they're pigeonholing people and how they attack people, he's actually, they put him in jail for like 3 months or something. There's another time they wanted to throw him in jail, and you know, just for talking about politics of Australia, yeah. So later on, with this conflict with in Eastern Europe, he's wants to give a Russian perspective, but he's not he doesn't hate the Ukrainians. He wants peace. There's a lot of people out there who don't want peace because they're making a shit ton of money and laundering money and all this kind of stuff. It's amazing what's going on. And so he hears whispers of, hey, these bastards want to chuck him in jail again, you know. He said he had a great time in jail. The blokes in there were fantastic. Hey, I've been locked up a few times. Never, you know, just like county jail kind of shit, not prison. So there's like, yeah, there's county jail and there's prison sort of thing in this country. And you know, get on the wonky juice way too bad, and they get you for the Opera law, and sometimes they'll lock you up for 4 hours, and sometimes it might be a whole lot longer. I did a stint of 10 days once, I think it was 8 days, 10 days, yeah, once 8 days and once 10 days. So yeah, it has gotten that bad on the booze before. But the last cases of binges, I haven't been getting in any troubles at all. So I think it actually did teach me. I'm like, shit, you know, I don't want to go to jail, so I won't get too fucking wonky, you know. And so it's like that, or aggressive or whatever, you know. And so, anyways, so he goes to the Russian consulate and says, hey, I think they're going to try to get me and lock me up again, you know. And so what do you call that? A political dissident, who's being, what's that word when they get you? Shit. To get back into reading. Try to get my head right again. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, no one's listening to this shit anyways. Anyways, so he's been in the Russian consulate for what, a year now or something like that? And so he does podcasts from the Russian consulate, yeah? And so a lot of us have been saying, you know, they're just going to attack you and continue to do so. I think they kicked him off YouTube, and so he's on Rumble, yeah, Aussie Cossack. He's a very intelligent bloke, and he's very Australian, but he's of Russian heritage, so it's like, you know, it's like, shit, I've been here for many years, but still got some Aussie in me, you know? So where do you stand? I'm on both sides of the fences, kind of thing. On both sides of the fence. Anyway, I've never said that before. Did I just make that up? Anyways, didn't even notice I keep coming along there. I was just looking down and looking like I'm depressed. And so he's been people have been saying, you know, or maybe you should move to Russia. My opinion is, yeah, you know, take your wife, and he's had a construction business and all this sort of stuff, but he's been very vocal. You know, it's like they say here, you know, the nail that sticks out gets hit. I've been hit that many fucking times. I'm like, mate, your hammer don't hurt. Shit. You know, all the shit that happened to me with that virus thing, and they want to bring it back in. Good timing. Politics. Yeah, good timing. Well done. But we're not gonna take it. I think more people stand up now. And more people have woken up. You know, like, shit, look at what's happening. A couple of years ago, life was okay. Now look at it, you know what I mean? So people are waking up. Anyways, I'll tell you what, I'm enjoying the weather. It's like 27 degrees. And so I'd be due to walking and all the booze and all that I've had. Not today. My blood would be... I'd be probably at 29, 30 degrees, but we've got some nice breeze. What am I, the weatherman? But it's gorgeous. Tell you, I might walk all night. I'm weak right now because I've hardly been eating, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this feeling. Yeah. Oh, that breeze, man. I'm telling you, this is nice. Anyways, so quite a lot of us have the opinion that maybe he should pick up and take his wife, beautiful wife, and go to Russia, you know. And that place ain't looking too bad, I can tell you. Like his wife, huh? You might not met him for saying that. Like the bloke's like 9 foot tall. No, a wonderful, wonderful bloke, and he said, you know, he's working on things, so there probably could be some possibilities and might have some possible diplomatic immunity, you know? Yeah. Yeah, but it's just so fucked. That's Australia, you know? We're supposed to be a democracy. It's bullshit. It turned into a police state. It really did. During all those lockdowns and all that shit, you know, they pull people over and say, you're, you know, some dickhead cop. You're more than 5 kilometres away from your residential area, and so I'm going to fine you $1,200. No, the average Australians make like $4 billion a week. Anyways, they make a lot more than I do. Shit, I hope I get a pension. I said I deserve one, but who knows? Anyways, look. Yeah, well, yeah, mate, the closest supermarket where we can get food is 10 kilometres away. Yeah, this is like country Victoria. Oh, yeah, but, where's my fine book? Yeah, we're going to fine you $1,200, you know. So, fuck you, you know. It got to the point where a lot of people are just shunning, ostracising the police. And they say, oh, I'm just doing my job. But it goes up, doesn't it? It goes up through the rankings of their overlords. They're telling these fuckers, but what they could have done, see, they have to have quotas, don't they? You know? Well, you're not doing your fucking job, you're not getting enough revenue out of these poor bastards. Keeping them down, hitting them with the fucking hammers. You know? And so they gotta pull out their fucking fine books and all the bylaws and all this shit. You can't believe the fucking amount of laws there are. Anyways, so it's my belief, yeah, he should be simply allowed to go, take his wife, go to Russia. walk in peace. Because how long is he going to stay in the consulate? But do they really want to throw him back in jail? Do they want to do that? And fine him more, and take from him, and take, and try to silence him? A bloke like that, he's like, I don't want to be silenced, I want to tell the truth. Oh, I respect that. Truly, truly respect that. So this sort of thing, it's global, you know, it's going on everywhere. They did that to Tommy Robinson, didn't they? I don't know what they did to him. He exposed all these bad people doing bad things, and so they got stuck in him and threw him in jail with the bad people. The very bad people that he was exposing. And he got beat up in jail, didn't he? I tell you, times are a-changing. Mark me, times are a-changing. Yes, the direction is changing. The people are waking up, getting more powerful, and independent media are destroying the mainstream narrative, that agenda. Those two words are just everywhere, aren't they? Independent media is really coming out in force. You know, I really respect a lot of people that are on Rumble. And they utilise, most of them, some of them have been kicked off, but they utilise both YouTube, and they sort of do the YouTube friendly thing, and then they bring gather their numbers, and then say you have a half hour, an extended show on Rumble. So they say, or just begin on Rumble anyways, if you get those notifications. So there's all kinds of bullshit going on with people are subscribing, and they've automatically been unsubscribed, or they didn't get a notification, all this kind of stuff. Well, one of the Salty Cracker and the Salt Queen, man, some of the information that they show and prove it, you know, like many of those people. Jackson Hinkle, I've been getting into his stuff of recent times, and he puts on a fantastic show. Redacted puts on a fantastic show, and Red Ice puts on a fantastic show. There's a Shinto shrine down there. It's like a rejuvenated forest, and this has all been rejuvenated too. There's plenty of them out there that are really putting out some stuff that you never see on mainstream media. And I've been watching this sort of stuff for years, because I was a live leaker, for fuck's sake. That 20 years ago. I was a live leaker before they were live leaker, when they were ogreish. Didn't like that shit, but I felt that you got to know that stuff. That's reality, man. It teaches you a lot of stuff too, like where to stand. Trucks are coming this way, where to stand, where's the safest place, and all shit like that, you know. And you don't walk down a dark alley in America anywhere like this. Unless you're like Captain fucking Hero Man like me. Anyways, I'm totally down on my power, I can tell you shit. But yeah, you know, the Salty Cracker there, you know, all these guys and chicks. Liz Wheeler's fantastic. She's on YouTube, and she'll just tell you what the mainstream media don't tell you, what they're omitting, lying by omission. But did the mainstream media cover that? Nope. You know, she's fantastic. But if you look up any of these people, right, and all these so-called news people, right, would be slagging them off. But then, you've got to go through pages to find these people. But more and more of these people, I'm checking out. Like Red Ice was recently chatting with a chap in Ireland, and he was talking about the flood of immigration, and saying that, like for example, in the 74% of the 75% of the population don't want this. See, the government don't give a stuff. And he's saying that things like workers on the ports, they're making an average, I think he said like 100, so Ireland's still on the euro, isn't it, right? And England's gone back to the pound or whatever. He's saying that these workers average something like £147,000 a year, right? And or it could be upwards of £147,000 euros a year. And he said, you know, but we, the indigenous Irish, can't get a job there. How's that, eh? I swear to you, it's true. It's like Best Buy. They put on their website, if you're this particular racial profile, you should apply for a job. Right? I don't see me there. Look at that. I don't see me there. This is real. But once it started to get exposed, down the wormhole. Right? They got rid of it. There's so much information out there that these guys are showing, proving, and the footage that people are throwing to them. Like people, the real people on the ground. People like, so people in France. Some of the footage I saw of what went on there. And the mainstream media, the omissions that they threw out, enticed these people, riled them up, got them all emotionally frenzied, and then a whole bunch of them did the shit they did. My. Now, I believe if the mainstream media had told the story as it really was, and you can see it on there, you can see it, you can check out Red Ice TV, man, bloody hell. If they really got the actual facts, right, then they'd have a far more better understanding of what happened. Oh yeah, that was the Nahil, or what his name was, and that was same thing with the Floyd thing. I saw the 18 minutes of body cam footage, you know, but mainstream media, the way they edit and cut, man, can't believe it. They have actually gotten to the point, those filthy fuckers, they have actually gotten to the point where they have had to become more centric because of how much clout the independent media has now. Oh yes, it's true. She will be mine. Yeah, how much clout they have now, and they're just destroying these mainstream media outlets by showing what they show, and then showing what they don't show. And you know, so many people are going, what the fuck? Look at that, eh? Narrative. So I think that hopefully, I can't forgive them, but hopefully they will decide, okay, enough is enough, become a more of a centric kind of mentality, you know what I'm saying, because they're getting destroyed. I reckon I can go and get a little bit of water in here. I told myself that every time I have an opportunity to get some water, get back to hydration. Surprisingly, I'm not feeling that bad. I mean, many a time there I was just shaking like freaking crazy, and I'm telling you, just shaking and, you know, throwing up. Like one time I threw up 10 times in a day, but surprisingly, yeah, I'm starting to feel sort of okay. So the last few days I've been easing back on the drink. In fact, last night I knew I had like 300 mils left of vodka, and I had some fruit juice left over. See, my mind is a roller coaster. And so I filled that up to the brim with water. So I had like a 900 mils of juice, and I just kept filling it up until it got sort of more and more diluted. So I had like 300 ml left of vodka, so I go, alright, I'll just go and buy 3 tallies, 500 ml cans of beer. And I went in there, got 3 cans, and I went to the computery thing, and I actually bought a little bag of potato chips. No one gives a shit about this story, but I'm telling it. And so I get to the counter and do that, and you got to press this thing to say you're over 18, you know. Like, they kind of know. they kind of recognise me with the legalities. Some of them don't have to, I think, something like that, because they're older and they know or something, but young people have to or something. I don't know, I can't remember. But anyways, so I put all my money in this machine thing. We don't have cashiers a lot of the cases anymore. Automation, man, yeah. How about my fucking job? Huh? Fuck your job. Automation, yay! Yeah. Digital currency, yay! We can fuck them even more with that. Just cut them out. Oh, sorry, oh, you can't go there. They're doing it in China, aren't they? Anyway, so I chuck my dough in this thing, and it goes, and it's like, it's asking me to give more money. I'm like, shit, I don't have any more. Really, I didn't have any more. And so I said, oh, take that one back with you. And she goes, okay. And she laughed about it. Alright, and off I went. And then I realised I've got enough for a 350 ml can. So I go around, go back in, grab that. I come back, oh, I've got enough for this small one. She just laughed. Okay, here we go. But over the last few days, I've been reducing my I've actually gone past the Mongol wall. We can't have that. Oh, that's too far. Oh, we'll go around. Actually reducing my intake of all this drink, and because I really wanted that mini packet of potato chips, because I haven't been eating, and I've been totally off my food for quite a while. That's why I'm heavily weakened also, and so I had like 10 chips. And then I was like, shit, they were going down pretty hard. And then I kind of went to the fridge to grab a beer, one of the few I had, right? And this like vision just hit me, a moment of clarity. And I go, shit, I recall like a few weeks ago or something, I bought a bag of peas, 500 gram peas. I'm like, oh, but nah, wouldn't be in there, no way. And I opened the freezer, and much to my delight, yes, it was there. Oh yes, it was there. And so I chucked the whole lot in the oven, and just squeezed and watered down tomato sauce and mayonnaise on it, and chucked some salt in there, let them go. They went down good. So that's the first actual real meal I've had in quite a while. So peas. Yeah, that's all it was. Anyways, let's get back to it. Hang on, let's see what I can find. It could be down this road. Let me just check. I do declare, I think I can get through this road. Yeah, of course I can. Yes. Okay. I was babbling something about something or other. What it was. Was I babbling about the salty cracker on Rumble? Yeah, and all that pushback from conservative valued people. And granted, I probably don't sound like the most conservative chaps, you know. I fell in a months-long, 2.5 months long vodka induced insanity, but I should be in a whole lot worse condition, which I'm very surprised about. But yeah, I'll be sort of gaming along playing Ghost Recon, as I have done for years. Civilization 3, I've done for years. And sometimes I get so ticked off with that game that I just rip the CD out and throw it away, you know, and chuck it in the cupboard. God, it's a cool game, though. So expansive. But yeah, Salty Cracker, what was he talking about of late? He was talking about about political persecution and trying to keep certain people off the ballot. And what's that guy's name? JFK's son or something? I don't know. Anyways, this bloke was a real old bloke. He was talking about when he tries to utilise certain platforms, they just boot him off. There you go. Political persecution. That's what I was talking about the Aussie Cossack. And yeah, the Mongol walls down this way. That's not it. And this bloke's talking about they want to silence that bloke. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, because I don't know who I'm talking about, but because they feel that in whom are in power, legitimately, are saying, oh, you can't question it. Yeah, you couldn't question that at some stage, and they just cancel your videos. Anyways, but now they're sort of getting more lenient because they're like, shit, look at what this independent media does. So I spend just as much time on Rumble now, and sometimes on BitChute, because some things like uploaded there earlier, Red Ice TV for instance, man, I'll tell you, they show you some serious shit, you know. The Salty Cracker's more, Red Ice TV is often humorous, but they're sort of more into it's similar to the Salty Cracker. Anyways, this Politico bloke, he's saying that they cancel him off mainstream media platforms, and they won't interview him and all that sort of thing. The reasons for this is they believe he could get a certain percentage of the vote, enough with a few others to swing things in another way. And political persecution and all these indictments and all this sort of stuff, they're throwing out all manner of efforts, right, to remain in power. These evil people prove evil. They send off a whole billions of dollars worth of shit and money to Europe, right, and they say these dudes are good and these dudes are monsters, right, and all this fucking money gets laundered all over. They hear tell of these dudes in Eastern Europe, oh, that dude just bought a house for his parents, and he's got mansions all around Europe, you know, and all this money's going all over the show. Weaponry ended up on their equivalent of eBay over there, and ending up in the hands of the Russians. Corruption all over the show, and more people are waking up to this. So these creatures that are so-called in power, they're worried, man, because like a lot of them are criminals, and their criminal acts, they deserve to go to fucking jail. So they're scrambling. Oh yes, they will try once again to make things quite strange at the ballot box. Oh yes, and more people are waking up, more and more people are realising, hey, my life was better back then, and hey, how come you're sending all this fucking dough over there, and look at my city, that's a pile of shit. Oh, this is not my city, this is a good city, this is the way it should be. Like St. Petersburg, shit. You know, I'm watching like Sergei Buklikov, I can never pronounce his name. I was like, fucking hell, I've been watching that guy for years, since the Live League days. And he walks around St. Petersburg, he goes all over Russia. And he goes around St. Petersburg late at night with his wife and kid. They walk around and just filming. And you're like, fucking hell. Look at what the mainstream media are telling us, they're all monsters. Look at St. Petersburg, for fuck's sake. And then turn around and look at Detroit and Chicago and downtown Seattle and San Francisco and fucking Los Angeles and New York and New York. For fuck's sake, look at the difference. Oh yes, people are waking up and they're saying, hey, how come you're sending all that dough over there, but what the fuck are you doing for us? You know, it's great to see that so many people are starting finally to wake the fuck up. Following the path of duty and honour and good and pure, you know, purity, all that stuff. But yeah, really, all this kind of flood of information is so much out there of just how subjugated so many are, and how beaten down, and how the theft. God damn it. And they're trying to bring it on again, aren't they? Oh, the mandates. And yeah, they want to turn the screws of that shit again. You know? Bring out a new fucking variant and all this shit. And yeah, get you to do things you don't want to do. And the people, the majority, by far, are aware now. You know? And unfortunately, there's still a lot that are completely asleep because the indoctrination program has been going on for decades. You know, luckily I didn't go through that. Here's the Mongol wall right here. You know, luckily I didn't go through that, but for decades, the shit. Here's proof. Not Mongol wall proof. Here's proof. Some chaps will go to like California beach and they'll take a map. Right? I'm talking about the scholastic systems, right? You know, from a very early age up to the colleges, universities and shit. And talk about dumbing down a fucking nation, of many nations. The West, you know, these chaps. God, it's hilarious. It's funny, but it's sad. Here's the Mongol wall right here. It's a barrier. But, yeah, that's a piece of the original wall that was recode. Yes. Alright, let's keep heading on. Go that way. So they take a map, right, of the world, and it's ludicrously childish. You know, the way the map is presented. And it's something a kid will draw, you know, and they'll ask them questions like, where is China, you know, and they'll put like little Velcro pieces on like Australia, you know, and they'll put China there, and some dudes will go, oh, there it is, there's China. It's fucking Australia, you dickhead, you know, and and then they ask them, hey, point out Ukraine, where's that? And so yeah, the government, you know, it's always, Iran are the monsters, and Russia's the monsters, and China's the monsters, Venezuela's the monsters, the Iraqis are the monsters, the North Koreans are the monsters, and the fucking Afghanis are the monsters, and you know, they just keep creating more monsters. You know, so they ask them to point out, like, they ask them questions like, oh, do you think we should be involved in these particular wars, or you think we should attack them, and all this sort of stuff, and these apes are just like, oh yeah, I think we should, you know, because they've heard all this shit for all their lives. They've been bombarded by this sort of shit, and they say, oh, can you point out where that particular country is? They got no fucking idea, you know. They don't even know where the place is, but like, oh yeah, we should attack them. Fucking hell. But it is wonderful to see that some people are like, when you see, it's happening, you know, it's happening in New Zealand. They want to take all your fucking guns away, they take all the guns away from Australians, and under certain restrictions and all this sort of stuff. And say if you're a farmer or whatever, and blah blah, and certain licenses, and you've got to keep it in a certain place, and if you have, say, a pistol or revolver, you've got to keep it in the fucking at the range, and all this sort of stuff is going on. Anyways, which in my opinion does make a safer society, but it also creates a police state, which what they fucking did during the lockdowns and all that shit, and how much wealth they stole from so many of us. I'm a real happy camper about that. Anyways, whatever. New story. It's really good to see that so many people. Say for example, I think it was in Brooklyn or something just recently, there was a mass protests just saying, hey, you're bringing all these people into our place, and we know that a lot of them are just straight out of prison. They just open the prisons, go, hey, there you go, go to America, mate, yeah, good on you, see you later, and do your best. And they're like, I remember this lady was saying, it's too dangerous to walk down the street. I'm scared to walk down the street. I don't want my daughter walking down the street. You know? They're coming. And I said it years ago. And I said, if that particular community, I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about, if that particular community band together, instead of all this division shit that they're supposed to be taught, all the BLMs, WTH, all this stuff, and critical race theory and all this, it's not designed to bring awareness. It's designed to create division, which it is. You know, you get some young students, they go into their own study rooms and they walk in there and they go, and they film themselves so they can put it on fucking social media. They go, oh, I feel uncomfortable because there's too many white people in here. Yeah, it's sowing the seed of division. Now I say, we should understand who the enemy is, and you know, if the enemy of my enemy is my friend, that sort of attitude. But I'm not at war with them. No, I don't do their culture. I don't go rap dancing and swinging guns around and talking about getting my 9 and go and shoot people or whatever. Gangster rap. I don't do that. But I'm not at war with anyone, actually, or with a particular type of people. I think we should band together and make things better for us. Yeah, all of us. That would include ousting the filth. Doesn't that look nice? See that beautiful system. That's called Meinohama over there. It's a nice area. Loads of young people. There's not much in the way of nightlife, but sort of a lot of students live in that area, and you got some big unis around and all that sort of stuff. It's a really good place to grow up as a young person. Back in my day, son. And so, yeah, if we can band together globally. Can you say the word globalist? Will that get by the algorithm? Fuck the algorithm. Anyway, see, that's how much confidence I have in this alternative media that are just really coming. Oh, let's see. So, if we can oust the bad people, investigate them, right? Jail them. I just execute them. But what was the price for treason? The what was that? I think it was firing squad or hanging. Yeah, so many of these. Battery change. That one lasts for quite some time. Anyways, we'll have a walk around Meinohama. I was thinking about going down the marina down there. It's a bit too dark for this potato cam. Oh, I'm enjoying walking around. Yeah, so many of those bad people that they're scrambling, trying to just hold on to power. That's what they're doing. They're just trying to cling on to power. Right? Those Klingons. What salty cracker call them? Lizard people and monsters and oh god, some of the things that are going on there. won't even go into that. Yeah, so if we can oust them, and you know, they're just raping the coffers of the taxpayer, aren't they? I mean, God. Oh, God. Just sort of investigate them to the point where the degree of like, hang on, you earning this X amount as a Politico dude, but you own all of this. Where the fuck did all that come from, you know? Yeah, I tell you, the independent media people, and as it is a wonderful thing, Salty Cracker does it, the Crowder crowd do it, Stephen Crowder and his group, they've banded together, haven't they, with Alex Jones and Nick DiPolo and a whole bunch of other dudes, and doing the Mug Club thing, and banded together with comedians. And the Stephen Crowder thing, they've sort of have towed the line a lot, because they went through a lot of lawyer kind of stuff, and I kind of felt a bit sort of, he doesn't have a light, let's get him, call the police. So it sort of dissuaded me a lot of times to sort of watch them, and I kind of felt they were very much watered down in comparison to a lot of these others that I watch, and there's a whole lot that I watch. But the content was often very good and very, you know, all on par and similarities of what's going on. And so what a lot of them found that the best thing to do, because they had to go through all these lawyers and all kinds of shit, right? Because it's a pretty big business what they got going on. Let's go down here. Look at that. Hope they don't think I pressed the light. Anyways, look at that legal beaver. So what the concept that they came up with was, because they're so huge on YouTube, they'll gather their legions, and the Salty Legion, the Salty Army is Legion, and so they gather their legions and then head off to Rumble, and they, you know, for quite some span there was a lot of different platforms that were coming to the fore, Odyssey and BitChute and beleive and all of these. And for me, I think that Rumble's sort of the one that's really up and coming, and really making waves, you know. So they start off with their podcast, and they might do an hour there, and then they might do, in the case of Crowder Crew, they might do like half an hour on free on Rumble, and then they'll ask people to come, and the subscribers come to their Mug Club. And so should we get out this way? So that's what was going on with them. So a lot of other big time subscribers were coming with that idea too. They're like, this is the new, this is the direction, because they're all getting shit too, like legalities and having their videos just cancelled or removed or flagged or hit for copyrights. And I've been hit for copyright. I've had some of my videos just taken off, and I'm like, man, you know, I don't want to be at war with you or anyone for that matter. The resort. Don't get me wrong, but I think this is the type of place where you can go in and like spend, you know, like an hour, if you know what I mean. Now, I must admit, I saw some rubbery contraption, a pink sort of rubbery contraption thing about 100 meters back there, but I didn't sort of mention it, I didn't film it. So yeah, that's one of those places. In fact, in there, I was walking by one time, I noticed these big flat top screen TVs in there, and they must have thrown them out because they weren't working, but maybe you could get them fixed. They're probably worth about $5,000 each. I didn't take them, but no, I wouldn't do that. Wonderland, this is Wonderland 2. That's a pachinko shop. This is all the structure for the trains over here. And they decided to, for years, these are all these things were vacant everywhere. So some councils must have just come up and said, "Oh, right, fuck it, how about we let them have small businesses and storage rooms and all kinds of shit." Great idea. Anyways, back to it. So yeah, I often go to YouTube, or I might just go straight to Rumble, but I'll go to YouTube and have a look at the sort of numbers that they're getting. Listen to this. I won't go too close to that door because it'll just open up on me. When you smile, the world smiles with you. You walk into those joints. I've only been in like 3 times, or if I need to use the dunny. But you walk in, it's just like there's an impact of noise. I could cross here. I could go down a really cool street down there. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go and have a look at a Lamborghini. Yes. How far away is that? Oh, it's too far, isn't it? Yeah, just run the gauntlet. Come on, got it. Gallipoli. See? I'm not that bad off. It's a Chevy. Starcraft. A rig. An abandoned rig. You see? Something, yeah, centre. Still babbling on about that, aren't I? Oh, here's one of those places where you can go in for 90 minutes and $25. Yeah. I won't film in there. Right. All kinds of indiscretion would be going on in there, I can tell you. I've only gone in there with my ex-wife years ago on one of those places to just actually stay the night, like legitimately in the countryside. There's plenty of them around. So yeah, it's a wonderful thing to actually this pushback, and there's another one. This lack of reality. All free. Oh, cool. You get all that for free. Here's another one. Oh, this is the car park. I won't film in there where too much indiscretion. Right then. It's wonderful to see that these people, they would be called influencers or social influencers or whatever. And the salted cracker was saying, no, I'm just a person that's just trying to, spread information. And yeah, it's great to see that the pushback is so powerful, because they're seeing that people can go there, normies can go there, right? And they'll be watching their favourite shows with these crowd of people and all this sort of stuff, and then they go, hey, certain things that we're not allowed to say, so come on over to Rumble now, and we'll continue the show. And then they go over to Rumble, or they will be streaming on both platforms, and others too, other platforms, and then they start talking about things and showing things and proving things and showing footage and information and showing statistics and all this sort of stuff, and that can't show on the mainstream media platforms. Can't show that stuff. No, deleted. So these mainstream platforms and these big tech creatures and these what do you call it, mainstream media times, they're like, oh fuck, this is real, this is happening, and they're losing so much of their revenue. See, they're not religious, they don't believe in gods and stuff. Well, they do. Currency. is their god. And they're being fucked. Like the Mulvaney thing. How's that, eh? Or the, what do you call it? Patriot Safes or some shit they call themselves. Liberty Safes, that's it. Someone wrote in the comment section, they Dylan Mulvaney'd themselves. So, yeah, like with the Bud Light thing. I hear people are saying that the Bud Light are losing shelf space and stuff like that in some of these major stores. You know, so they look upon, they didn't even bother, should I say, because they don't care. And they're so rich they just don't care, right? Until they need to care and realise what's happening. See, they go, we'll put on this, they don't even bother to look at their market, the based people that will drink that particular beer, the Bud Light, right? Based people, they drink light beer so they don't get too on the wonky juice like I do, and then go to work the next day, you know? That's what those blokes do. And they didn't read just how much of a pushback it would be, and boom, they get that. So the feds come around to this bloke's place and they say, oh, you've been saying stuff on the internet, or maybe a few years ago you were friends with some other dudes, you know, we want to get in your safe. And, so they call up Liberty Safe, right? And they go, hey, give us the PIN code for this bloke. Oh, righto, do-do-do-do-do. They open his safe and there's nothing nothing illegal. So Liberty Safe have just Mulvaney'd themselves. No one's gonna fucking, no one's gonna buy their shit ever again, right? The people that are clued into it. So this sort of information, mainstream media ain't gonna fucking say any of that. No. So there are a lot of these companies that are Mulvaneying themselves, and they're realising that this is real. Politically, they're trying all manner of stuff to try to hold on to fraudulently do something that we all know was fraudulent. And so many of the people are actually starting to come out and really fucking protest, like they did in what was it, Brooklyn, I think it was, something like that. So it's just great to see that so many more people are becoming based for honesty and truth. And they're looking, see, some dickhead people they look at this mainstream media and they believe in it. And even if you try, even if you show them the contrary, the actual truth, they're like, what? Don't want to know, la, whacking their ears, going, la, yeah, holding on to the pole of fucking stupidity, and just hold on, no, I don't want to know, don't tell me, don't show me, yeah. Yeah, it's like that. So it's, oh shit, some of the stuff I see, it's impressive. And when they contrast what they show, what they prove, video proof of people that are on the frickin' ground, right? There might be, say, 20 minutes of footage of some particular thing, and the mainstream media, if they have to cover it, because sometimes they just can't hide certain things, like old Bidey there and his brain farts. But they'll cut it, edit it, and just chuck in like 30 seconds or a minute of a clip. And then you go to these independent media people, and they're showing you the full fucking story, you know? So this is fantastic. This is great to see. Yeah, it's great to see. And like them, I'm still gonna watch stuff on YouTube, because I like watching not just all the Politico stuff that I'm into, the real reality of Politico, but I like watching other stuff that's just way cool, like Junkyard Digs, you know, Dylan McCool, all those guys, Thunderhead 289, all these people, these guys all get together and have fun. Hey, how's it going? Con bon moi? yeah, man. So you know, these all these dudes are into, loads of other dudes too, they're into fixing cars. There's an Aussie bloke out there, he's a laugh when he fixes cars, and all these mates get together, and sometimes they even go to different countries to meet each other. Great stuff. And Ronnie Mack, he's hilarious, slightly untoward in his mannerisms, but he's hilarious, you know. You know, and just a real man doing his thing, you know. And you see dudes like that, sweat what, Kentucky Ballistics, and Demolition Ranch. All these guys are all into guns, and Vickers Tactical, and all these dudes who will discuss weaponry, and you know, they're very, very clued into this kind of stuff. There's a whole load of these guys. Can't name them all. But yeah, they're way cool. They're way rad too. And the Beast, that bloke in England, he's a funny bloke. He went over actually to visit. I haven't been watching his channel for very long. This bloke. Shit, what's his name again? Hall. What's his name? Shit. I'm still just trying to come out of this vodka-induced 2.5 months. And so he actually went and met Kentucky Ballistics bloke, and Scott's his name. Put a thumb in it. One of his guns blew up on him one time. If his father wasn't there, he wouldn't be around anymore. So they're not exactly toys. And they went and they're firing off the biggest caliber weapons you can get, and like shotties and like these rifles. God, what a laugh. He's a very funny dude. He got together all the Demolition Ranch guys, and they all did their thing too. So we're getting there. Yeah, and there's a whole slew of people. Mark Dice, he's always excellent. When he does his man on the street stuff, that's hilarious. Just interviews people just to get a read on just how limited some people are. This is Meinohama station right here, and there's loads of apartment blocks all the way down there, loads of students and things like that. There's very little in the way of nightlife. You've got a couple of mini bars there, but that's it. But I never see anyone in there. But mainly restaurants. This joint's a 24/7 supermarket, which is awesome. One of my favourite eateries is over there. Let's walk down in a minute. Amazing in this place. You can turn your back as people are walking by, and you're not going to push you onto a railway line or fucking stab you or push you in front of a vehicle or something like that, you know. That sort of shit's super rare, isn't it? But you feel that way. Unfortunately, you get too complacent. Like when you go back to idiot people countries, you know, you're too complacent. I see the Japanese when tourists, when they're around my country, and some baddies just look at them like fucking targets, you know. Generally, I would go in there, or the one over there, or the one over there, and grab a beer and have a beer size, but I'm forcing myself not to do that. And I try not to film that, babe. Forcing myself not to do that. I've got to get fucking sober. I'm tired of this shit. I just like, if it had kept going, I would have just killed myself, you know. Accidentally, of course. I'm not going to fucking suicide myself. No. If you ever find me laying dead, it wasn't a fucking suicide, that's for sure. Might have been an accident on the booze. Possibly. Yeah, that's a major train station. And if you want to go further, in towns that way, if you want to go further, you got to get on a different, on the JR line it's called, in order to go all the way down to say Karatsu Castle or something like that. So it's a nice place, very, very highly developed. but there's not a lot of nightlife, so I never really. My mate and I will walk down here sometime, walk all the way like I just did, because just due to the beautiful weather. So hopefully we'll do some more of that in the future. Yes. Meinohama. See how built up it is? Just apartment blocks all over the show. So it's a very popular place to live. And I think you can find kind of fairly inexpensive sort of apartments, because there's a whole hodgepodge of different types, right? So a lot of foreigners, in fact, when they come here, they might, you could probably, they're friendly to foreigners. So in some places aren't, but yeah, there's some girl, an American girl, a mate of mine was going out with her, and we went to her place and we were having a look, and she had like this loft, and she was renting out the loft, a really, really cheap apartment, and she was renting out the loft for, they're doing the Airbnb thing, crafty, mate, crafty. So I hear tell that a lot of people prior to all the lockdowns and shit, I would like to call it something else, but prior to that, they were renting out all these apartments for just for Airbnb, but it was illegal to do so, right? So and I think when the lockdowny thing happened, and the flood became a trickle of people coming into the country, I think that would have killed that side business. In fact, a guy was talking to me about it, and he's saying, you could get into that, and yeah, and see, I could, I'm like, I don't really want to have to carry keys and go around and just be on call all the time, but I said, you know what, I could furnish them. Oh yes, because this auction house I haven't been to for quite a while, they've got everything you need, right? And the fact that, for instance, so many restaurants closed down, it's one of those bicycle stations, isn't it? So many restaurants closed down, look at that, you got to pay $7 a day. No, that can't be right. Yeah. For that one? No, that'll be a car parking spot. No, it must be much cheaper than that. Surely. I don't know. But surely it must be. I think it says there $1. I think it's like 100 yen a day or something like that. Let's go. Oh, this battery's going to run out soon, so you don't have to listen to my horse shit. Probably just cycling through. But I don't care. I bet I just go down there closer to the sea. Because, I know what to do. Go along that awesome road. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Ali's came out with the shortest poem ever. We. Fantastic. Yeah, there's another one. Family Mart right there. They have beer. And that's the case that often, so many goddamn times have I done that. I just go on a beer size. I know of hundreds of these places. Some people felt I was just going to die on that stuff, and I guess they had a pretty decent right to think that could be possible. Look at all these joints, then. All these joints. Reminds me of those ghost cities in China. Yeah. Maybe they should turn them into like retirement homes or something like that for those who've got like, pensions or something like that. That might be the case. Humind. What does that mean? Humind. Humind. Look at this. Look at how built up this joint. Look at that monstrosity over there. That's just a formidable monstrosity of a place. What the bloody hell is that? Not that, I mean that big bastard over there. Shit. Looks like we're about to find a really groovy place. I haven't been down this spot here. Been on most roads. Probably a stumble bumming. Look at this joint. Oh, yummo. Oh, look at that joint there. Hello. Oh, nice. That'll be a good place to eat. Young guy just smiled. Hang on, I'll flick off and we'll go to that section there. That's better. Back to this little spot here. Oh shit, what's going on here? We don't know what's going on right now. I'm gonna go over there. Yep, I've been in there many a times. Why many a times? I've been in there on a beer size. This is an interesting type of crosswalk. You can walk there, there, behind me. Walking past all the built up bloody monstrosities back there. This is the local ward office. The Shiaksho, is it, or Kriaksho? I never remember which one's which. That where you gotta get all your formalities and paperwork and all your bullshit. Actually, I'm still waiting on this mine number card. I actually had to get some paperwork, the Jumin whole thing, because they changed the taxation numbers from 12 to 10 or something. And so PayPal told me, hey, you have to, a bloke told me that he wanted to buy these things, and he was in Canada, and I sent something to him via email a while back, and he says, PayPal gave me this notification that you got 30 days to submit your mine number thing, right, for your tax. And so obviously they're trying to investigate more people, screw more people. Yay. I'm making fuck all now anyway, so anyway, oh well, that's the way it is. And so this bloke contacted me because I've been in this delirium for months, and says, oh, I'm trying to buy these things, can you tell me how to do it? It won't let me do it. And I thought, shit, might have gone over the 30 days, way over. And so, Pizza Hut, there we go. That's a rarity. Bet to be really expensive. Not like this though. This place is El Cheapo, but this is awesome. I love eating here. Matsuya. It's like Sukiya or Yoshinoya. And this is the sort of stuff I would eat. Ooh, yeah, it's all bucks. You get your udon, rice, grilled onions, and you get your miso soup with that too. And you can put additives. Oh yeah. Look how cheap that meal is. So if you get some real nice cheap meals in this place, good food, man. If I could put down food, I'd be well keen to go back there and have a meal. I did, I went to get some money out of my account, but my regular account, which has got fuck all in it anyway, it's over 9, it was over 9 o'clock, so I couldn't get any money out, or something like that. And so, no, I could, because it's a Monday, that's right. If it was a Friday, that's right, I tried my other card, I knew I had about $100 in it, and you can use it 24/7. And so I went to get $20. I think, right, I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna go shopping and get some fucking food into me. And then it said, oh, you have insufficient funds. I went, what the hell? And I realised, oh shit, probably on my delirium. I was like, oh, that's the time I was in that bar and I fell over. One night I fell over a couple of times. Met this awesome bloke. He's a funny dude. He's a half from Indonesia, so he speaks Japanese and English perfectly, you know. So we had a right good laugh, drinking beers, walking around, and I ended up stumble bumming, falling down. We went to quite a few bars in my area. I own it. But yeah, so I was like, oh shit. So then I tried the other card thinking that, oh, it's over 9, so I can't get any dough. And I didn't really want to get any money because I was thinking, you know, I might be enticed to get on the drink. But nope. So I was able to get a bit of dough. So yeah, Sunny's open. Sunny's 24 hours also. Fantastic. Mr. Maxwell, Yes. Hardware-y kind of story, all kinds of thingies. Right on. I'll have to remember that. Not like that's gonna happen. Yeah, so I didn't think I'd be able to get any dough, but I was sort of worried that I might just sort of get that feeling and beeline to the booze, and I really don't. English. I really don't want to do that, and therefore I decided to like earlier, before that, prior, I was like, right, I'm gonna go for a right good walk. So I haven't done it in ages, and nice Kawasaki. Yeah, and just every position I find that has water, I'm gonna try and hydrate myself. So 100 yen goods. Yeah, a legitimate 100 yen shop. I don't know. But yeah, this is more for me than you. This is my survival. Turtles. I like turtles. What a meme. Meme, boys. Meme. Hit them with the meme cannons. That's a salty cracker. I find it fascinating when you're talking to people, or you hear them talking about a particular subject and they don't know shit. But you know that if you engage, they could get aggressive. Or they might, I've seen that before, oh yeah, or they might sort of, you know, be pissed off with you or something. I'm like, oh fuck. So it's just like, no, hopefully you'll find out on your own, you know. I'll give you an example. All these people, we're talking about this thing that was going on in the States. It was talking about all these illegals coming in, rushing in. Some people are saying they just want extra voters, and some others are saying no, they're actually quite conservative people. So that's going to fail also. And they're saying that these young people that have to go to school have to get this stuff stuck in their bodies in order to go, but these other dudes, these illegal, don't have to. So these people, like on all scales of politicos, regardless of their political positions, they're waking up. They go, fuck, hey, that what? There's an example for you. But you know, a lot of people don't know. I just know every fucking thing, don't I? Just don't ask me about anything, because I can't remember. It's a hard little day, you don't shop there, they're way too expensive. Rich people shop there. Oh, this is unagi. That's what that means. Unagi. It's hiragana. Image. Unagi. Yeah, that's eel. Now eels might not look like the tastiest of creatures, but I tell you, that stuff is delicious. I used to have it back in the day. Every now and again when I was married, I didn't have to worry about money. But it's quite an expensive dish. That's why if you need to know about cheap eateries, you talk to me. Yeah, Gusto, pretty good. I used to eat there too. Back in the day, I would call it Disgusto. But nah, they're alright. They're okay. That side or that side? Maybe this side. I like this side. I go down there, I'll probably get freaking lost. Oh, fuck it. How about I just go down there? Yeah. So, surprisingly, health-wise at least, I haven't managed to destroy myself, which wasn't the plan. I must admit I was down. Oh God, I feel down. Just because I've only thrown out some stuff like I just talked about. Throughout the babble, this entire babble. I'm actually being as YouTube friendly as I would sort of not really want to be. Fucking hell, some of the things I could tell you. My God. But hey, you tell people that and they go, no, that's not happening. You show them that and they go, oh fuck. Or some people go, no, I don't want to know, I don't want to know. And live in their bubble land thinking, God, some of the shit I could fucking tell you. Some of the shit I've seen. Well, like I say, I do so enjoy watching those people bringing like reality, you know. And it's not reality TV. Oh my God, Chumley's really dumb. I'm like, no mate, it's all scripted. See, look at the camera angles, look at the editing, you know. See, he says something and then it shoots over this guy and he says something and shoots over this one and he says something, and see, it's all scripted. Like, you think if you go to that fucking shop you're gonna meet them? They only go there just to do the filming and then they fuck off. Just like American Pickers, right? Some people, I've seen plenty of people, they get so into this reality TV, it becomes reality. I'm serious. There's loads of people that I've seen that then affected by that, you know. Mainohama, they're sort of they're a major chain. The price is a little bit higher. I like supporting them. I like going there when I've got money, or I'll go to the big Lumiere place and get other stuff. But I've got one of these joints. The supermarket's like 90 seconds from me also. So I can feel my back now. Oh yeah. I can feel that fucking, yeah. Just that slight stretch. Oh, kind of has a good pain, providing it doesn't do that nerve pinch thing. fuck man, one time that happened, and it's never put me down once, you know. But at one time it hit me and I fucking stuck it over and just grabbed a chain link fence kind of thing, and I was like, oh shit, fuck man. But one time it took me to my knee. I never have a problem when I'm sitting down. Like driving, I'm not worried about it happening when I'm driving. She's a bit of a babe. She's a babe. Swing. Oh. I think you're actually allowed to go if there's no cars, but I think. Let's change that law. Let's get him for something. Oh, I can feel it, alright. Yes. Like, I'm not a fucking candidate to be a paraplegic or nothing. But, yeah, for quite a while, because I haven't really been doing anything, I really have been healing, you know, in a way, strangely. What's this young guy doing? Practicing for his big bike license, I bet. That's why he's doing some circle work. Yeah. You've got to go through keep between these two lines, and you've got to keep your bike upright. Yes. If I was drunk, I'd go over and tell him, hey, you know, feather your rear brake every now and again and give him some ideas. Yep. If he was going to, that's like a cafe racer, but if it was an off-road rig, road trail, let's say, standing up and balancing like they do in trails, you were shit at it. I think they brought in some timing rule too. You got to sort of do it within a certain time. Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's doing some circle work. So there's like, you get your 50cc license. Actually, on a car license, you can ride a 50cc scooter. And then you get I think it goes up to 250. Yeah, right. Not 125. Oh, maybe there's a 125 license too. I don't know. Then there's 250, and then there's 400, and then you can get your big bike license. Domino's Pizza. Yeah. I've never been there. They keep putting the oh shit! No, I did go there years ago when I had money. That's right. In fact, years ago. When I had money, this young guy came around my door, and because I actually did call him up, and I gave him a $50 tip. Yeah, he's like, oh no, come on, get the fuck out of here. I just slammed the door and told him to fuck off. He must have been wrapped, you know. Yeah, he must have been wrapped getting a tip, because you don't tip in this country. And so he must have thought I was American or something like that. Yeah. But still to this day I keep getting their leaflets, but I don't live in that place, of course, anymore. But yeah, I've got that now. Yeah. Wonder if that says about this contact. If you've got that, alright, who do I need to talk to? Yeah, well, they've got a whole bunch of empty boxes out there, so I'd probably use those. The cardboard box living man. Yeah, you know that foot problem I was looking at, just this sort of skin discoloration. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? It's like it didn't have any fluid, like blood flow or something. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that. So when I eased off on the booze, because I go, oh, maybe it's the booze. This looks like a nice little friendly place. Oh, welcome. Please spin special time. Food and drink dining bar. Sound like they're having a good laugh in there too. Extra cold. It's Nama beer lager. Nama beer is like your standard mug of beer. -2 degrees. Something like that. So Nama beer is going up to 660 yen. Yeah. Used to be like everywhere was 500 yen, but that's everything's gone up. Cocktail, $7. What's that? Something. A bin beer. Food from 330 yen. Food all. Food all. Chargy. Oh, okay. You've got to pay 550 yen to enter. So I usually don't go to any place that charge you to, have some excellence like me walk in the freaking door. But I have been to places like that plenty of times. Like my mate's shoe, I'd be like, oh fuck that joint, man, you got to pay to get in. No, I'll fucking pay for you, let's go, I want to go in there. I'm like, I don't know, I want to go somewhere else. No, man. And so he'll pay for that. Good dude, man. That's the guy, we did the Ropponmatsu bar walk, and that was a wine bar, the Ropponmatsu bar walk. Food and all too. And we attempted a few times. We finally did it. Got the 30 stamps, man. Each have one drink in every single bar, and you get a stamp. We made it. Actually, I saw him shit prior to my fall into the vodka, and we went out and had a bit of a laugh. He's in a different area. Cool. Now I haven't seen any opportunity to hydrate, as one might imagine. This is one of those massage places where they sort out your injuries. Look at that. the first one I see. Yep, that's me. Yeah, that bloke's name's Darren. That's for sure. That's when he tore his ligament on his right knee. That's Darren also. Oh, that's where Darren separated his left shoulder. That's Darren also. The neck's fared pretty well, actually, so that's not so bad. I don't know if that's gender fluid or gender non-binary. Gender non-binary. God. I could talk a lot about that stuff, but in the negative. Yeah, you can't be negative. You watch all those regret videos that I've seen, and then you might change your tune. But many won't. Okay. What's next on the tour? A price, not just any price, but A price. We used to have a card with them, like a points card, you get it for free, and you go there plenty of times, and you get cheaper goods and stuff, and they've got loads of, there's not that many around at these places, but they've got loads of like Western food stuffs, things like that. They're a very interesting store, I like them. There's one kind of sort of over my way also, but I haven't discovered many of those. I was just thinking about that. I could still feel one of my wiggle ribs and one of the main ribs that kept on breaking. I can feel the injury, so I've got to be careful what I do. Like, say for example, I've got a block and tackle, I've got to be really careful when I'm sort of pulling on it. I can sort of feel the strain, but my wiggle ribs, I have not. I felt it last night actually. That a bit of a click of the wiggle rig, one of the main wiggle rib. And so there's 3 ribs back there. Oh fuck! I broke that one and that one and that one 2 years ago. That one, then at a different time those, and then a different. Fuck. Anyways, I only felt a little bit of movement, so I believe there is a lot of what's this? Mama Curry, Indian Nepali restaurant. I like that kind of stuff. Super Joy. It's alright, eh? Yeah, like that naan bread, take out okay. That's alright. These places put on a real good dish. There's quite a lot of these places you can find. And what the hell is that? That white. That drink that they make, it's sort of, I don't know, man, it's just white. I don't know, it's delicious. What is that stuff? I can't remember the name, so I could never remember, but yeah, those places, they put on a good spread. I know exactly where I am now because I located that A price. I used to go there, and I realised that this is going to be a long trudge up the hill. So I'll be going that way, go that way really fast. If something gets in your way, turn. Well, thanks for that advice. So I've got to go this way in order to find the main road. And once I find that, I turn right and then trudge all the way. I said I was going to feed myself. I might be able to go to Don Quixote, which is 24 hours. I will be going via that way and pick up something to eat. Yeah. In fact, they after like 9, 10 o'clock or something, they will price down these big pizzas, and you can get them for a sweet price. Okay, let's shut down. That's about at least a half-hour walk away or more. We'll get there. Okay, main road located. Actually, I misjudged how far the Don Quixote was from this point, and I'm not that far from it at all. Running out of battery power once again. No one wants to listen to this shit. I do have this like battery charger pack thing, right? But if I ever so move the slightest, the connection thing that connects to the potato can just clicks off, you know. It's a bugger of a thing. I'd have to like sit somewhere. Well, no one wants to hear my shit. But it's not shit, eh? Some of the stuff I was telling you, you know, hopefully some people will begin to investigate and wake the fuck up. Start realising who the enemy are and what they're doing to you. Yes. Oh yes. Actually there was a movie that Mel Gibson was promoting, wasn't he, just recently? And they want to keep that hush hush too. Fucking hell. Just fucking hell. Fucking hell. Alright, we'll continue on until we get to the Don Quixote. I can pretty much see it, sort of ish. It's near that big red signy thing up there. There's those racer dudes. I see a lot of them with buggered up bumper bars. But I shouldn't talk when I shouldn't talk about it. Shut up. When I was like 19, I rolled this rig into a creek, and at the time I crashed into this thing like fucking. Right, Don Quixote. Toronto, towards that. Let's go. We're getting there. Got some heavy construction stuff going on here. These blokes are picking up. This is where they keep all these pillars, and they're loading up this truck over there with all the beams and all that, the girders and whatever you want to call them. Oh shit, I can feel my back, man, but that's alright. I'm glad I'm out. There's some blokes over there, they're doing that job thing that I was doing, but my back was just so fucked and I didn't want to tell anyone about it. I was standing in one position just hours and hours on end, and that compression started to really fuck me, and so I started to hit the vodka, and then the pain went away, but I was just like, fucking hell, I can't do that. It's unfortunate. Well, maybe someday I could, do some more physical work or whatever, but I just dealing with that, and I can I'm feeling my ribs again. I'm not a fucking hypochondriac, this is serious shit. I broke all that shit. I did. Those ribs and all that, I did break all that shit. Comes back to haunt you. Oh man. One was just totally misfortune injury, man, those back ribs. 3 snapped in one go. Fuck. Oh well, we're getting closer to Don Quixote. I can see their sign already. Right, let's continue. Do they have a holiday on Mondays? I don't know. Okay, so they're not open Monday nights. You're 24/7. I'll have to check on that someday. Bummer. I haven't had any water for ages. I'm feeling like I need some water. Alright. Put on the GPS. Salty cracker. Calling people up. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm not worried about the injuries and shit. I'm just so fucking glad I broke that cycle of just getting up and drinking. I did actually feel like I know there's a convenience store up that way, and a servo, they'll have water. I did that sort of mindset of the addict cut in, and sort of like prior to going, I was thinking, shit, I could get a beer, and just go on a beer size, but then I was like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that. It reminds me of how bad things can get. Like when I was looking at my feet, my skin now, I was like, what the fuck is going on there? And I'm like, yeah, that's the drink, man. It's starting to make some effect here. So I was thinking about this bloke, he walks around Kensington Street, and I think I might have mentioned it earlier, and he used to shoot up drugs and steal shit with this guy, but he got himself clean, and so he goes there, and he knows of a lot of the people or the history of them and things like that, because a lot of them are fucking dead, and he's like, there's this guy, I think he's 30 years old, he's Mike, that's his name, and they used to do drugs together. So this bloke finally got himself clean, but this Mike guy, he's still heavy at it, and what he does is, so every day he goes and steals stuff. The last time he stole things, it was like an Adidas hoodie, Adidas if you will, and I don't know, some track pants or something, and so he's carrying those around. He goes and walks around all these streets and accosts people in order to sell his wares. One time he had this like he'll just knock off anything, and one time he had this like the bottom of the door, you connect it to your door, so you cut out the draft. And so he goes to this store and says, oh, I've got this, you know, $2, what do you think? And $2 or something. He said that, you know, if you could make it $3. And once he's made the sale, he goes, if you can make it $3. And so then off he goes, and his mate says, hey, I'll take you to, because he's always talking about getting clean. And his mate said, hey, I'll, you know, just call me. This other battery might have recovered enough to, that other one just ran out. You leave them alone for a while and they'll recover a bit, but it won't have much in it. Yeah, this bloke, his mate says, anytime, just call me up, I'll drive down here, pick you up and take you to rehab, right? So, and this young guy, when he found actually $10 on the ground, and he sold his wares for $20 after walking around for hours. And they walked down some pretty rough fucking streets, that's for sure. Like this guy, you can see once he's got some money, he's like, yeah, I'll call you maybe next week or something, I've got something to do. But you can see the addiction mind, he's just boom, he knows exactly where he wants to go, kind of thing, to go get his drugs, go get his new hit. And someone else does that sort of filming, and someone mentioned in the message board that this bloke, they could see him in the background, and you see precursor here, the back of both of his hands, he wears these bandages all the time, but when he takes the bandages off, oh god, you know, he's that far gone. And they're just gooey, you know, these bad, just, it's bad. I don't want to explain it any further. And anyways, this bloke in the message board, someone in the message board was saying that they saw on the film, he was in the background with this other guy that films, and trying to find a vein in the back of his hands, because he can't, all these veins have collapsed all over his body. So fucking hell, yeah, that's addiction. And then remember he said something like, but he's quite an articulate fellow, he's a real nice sort of seemingly chap. He had a life, he was he said a registered barber, you know, but now he said he loved to get back and just get straight and get back in the cutting hair. But no, I wouldn't want those hands coming near him, no fucking way. And another bloke lost his arm, and he was saying, oh, just over here, because they were walking for hours. He goes, just over here, Sunny's open, isn't it? That's 24/7. Okay. Where do I go there? Oh, they've got a toilet too. I could use some water. Yes, that's a good idea. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he was saying, as I walk along, he said, oh, I remember such and such, and he died just there 3 days ago. He's like, fuck, really, man. And this bloke is going to lose his hands, you know. But he was saying that when he was zonked out, and when you see him totally zonked, sometimes they look like they're freaking dead. And this bloke with the camera, he's like, mate, you know, and shit, that guy's dead. And then they sort of try to find a pulse on some of these dudes, and some bloke started to sort of breathe again, and it's like, fucking hell. And these other addicted dudes sort of walk, oh, no, he'll be alright, you know. And anyways, so he got jacked, I think they call it, or whatever, and so when he was zonked out, some people rifled through his pockets and stole $97, and he's all pissed off about it. And I'm thinking, mate, yeah, get it. You fucking steal from people every single day. He steals from people every fucking day and gets pissed off when someone else steals from him, you know? Fucking hell. I mean, fucking hell. It's just, I mean, talk about gone, you know? But yeah, man, I tell you see, it's called Kensington Avenue, that's it. If you want to see where the decadence, degradation of societies, and this is not just in the States. Australia has this ice problem, which is methamphetamines, and years ago, and in actually the town my mother lives in, some bastard goes into a jeweler's store and kills the guy who's all high on ice, you know. And this is everywhere. It's flooded all over Europe. It's all over England, Great Britain. Oh yeah. It's bad. So I understand a type of addiction, but sort of like functional, you know. Like today I'm wrapped. I'm sort of broke down. So right, I'm gonna go and walk for hours and hours. Sometimes I just want to just keep going. I'm feeling a bit sort of like shit. Don't overdo it. What I've got to do is rehydrate 24/7. I know they've got a dunny here, so I'll be able to get some water. I might even look for something to munch on, and maybe some kind of health drink. I think that'll be on the cards. Yeah, this bloke, oh god, gruesome, these wounds were on this guy, but he keeps going, right? And I don't see that guy. So many people are compassionate in the message boardy things, like, man, you know, hope he gets well. A lot of people say it's got to be up to him, sort of thing, not others, but I don't see much hope for that bloke, to be honest. Sad, man. Sad. Been looking for something I could keep down. I reckon some milk would be good too. I don't really want to carry it all the way. And I've come across something. Salads. Potato salad, macaroni salad. It's either that. I want that stuff, and that saucy stuff. Delish. Look at that. $4.55. See, they used to be like $2. Yeah, $3.55. Yeah, I could put. Oh yeah, I could consume that. You know what? Yeah, something I can keep down. Because man, I've been violently throwing up. Put that down. I think I'll grab that one though and get a little bit more, and I can keep it for longer. Oh, this. I like this. Charcoal. This is whack in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. 700 ml done for 1 minute 40 seconds. You don't want to burn it. I could definitely put that down. Battery might have a slight amount of power in it. Here we go, we've got milk, we've got the Age of Aquarius, sort of some sugary water, that yummo stuff. There you go, and an empty bag. So, yep, no booze. I reckon I can put this down and keep it down. Righto. Yeah, this battery's about to go out too. So I took a picture of that. That'll be the thingy, the screenshotty thing. Pretty good. I flick this on every now and again because you leave it for a while, it picks up a bit of juice magically. See, on my little bag, a little kit there. Yes, oh fucking wrapped it on. I'm actually breaking that cycle, you know. Just drink and get up, drink, hit the bed, get up, drink, hit the bed, fall over, fall back through the fucking window, and shit. Not good. But at least I'm capable of doing that. Been like that all my fucking life, to be honest. Whenever there's some tragic event happens, boom, it's beeline. But as the salty crack has been saying, yeah, you got to get healthy because they want you dead. You know, the bad people, the lizard people, the monsters, the diddlers. They're oh god, he tells you about some stuff that's going on, man. And so he talks about, you know. Look at the size of that bloody monstrosity all the way down there. Battery's got nothing, the other one's got nothing, nigh on nothing. Probably another half hour to go, I guess. Walking. I'm glad I've done this. See, I could go to that 7-Eleven right there and buy a beer, but nope. I'm forcing myself not to. Look at this monstrosity. By God. I could never afford nothing like that. Well, I think that's what held me back most of my life, just knowing that so many people are getting fucked over. Minimum wage for you, you know. And you know you're never going to get anywhere, so fuck it. That's where I was at. But at least I enjoyed it. I'm not talking like I'm going to die. No. Gonna keep on rocking. With ATM or... Oh, let's try this other battery. This will probably be the last of the things. How's this? Watching Salty Cracker last night. He puts on this footage that these teens, these youths, they stuck it on TikTok. They commandeered a vehicle, euphemistically of course. And here they are driving down the road and they slam into this car next to them, playing dodging cars. Then they see this cyclist up front. And they fucking storm at him. And the passenger, the future scientist and surgeon, he goes, yeah, do it, man. And they fucking go full centre straight in and fucking slam into him. And the bloke goes straight through their windshield and flying out the back. And they're filming. Look, he turns the camera around. He's flying as the bloke's flying out the back, and the bicycle's splattered all over the road. The bloke died. Turns out he is a retired police captain or something like that. And Salty Cracker goes, yeah, he's probably retired. He probably retired because, you know, police and law doesn't mean anything anymore. And the mainstream media, they span it like this. They span it as thus. You know, the spin doctors that they are. They go, oh, they call it an accident. Here they are laughing all the way through that, right? When the bloke slammed into the windscreen and was flying out the back, they're fucking laughing away. Yeah. They're letting murderers out of jail. Shit. A car in front of those two just fucking flew down here, and his suspension started to like float like over about 100 metres in front of me, sort of thing. And I fuck hell. I'm lucky you didn't try to have an accident. That worked in well, didn't it? Shit. I'm not kidding you. I wish I had been filming it. I wouldn't dob him in or nothing like that, but you might be able to hear him off in the distance. Fucking hell, 2 racers just came down here just then. I tell you, if cops set up a freaking thing here, I'm telling you, revenue, baby. Cops set up something here in the middle of the night. Shit. Lucky I'm kind of over here.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned. Heaven sought order. But the phoenix can fly only when its feathers are grown.
Alright then, nigh on back at the ranch. That says old sake, booze and tobacco and all that. No, I've still got my bag of stuff. I drank that sugar watery stuff. Ooh, I'm wrapped. I went for a really long walk. And I'm actually fucking sober. Coffee awaits. I don't know how long I walked for, but it felt like a long way, but it really was only hours, not days. But no, I'm quite surprised. I'm feeling sort of sore and shit. I just got another. But I'm fucking wrapped. I broke that cycle finally. Shit. Maybe I'm afraid to become like one of those Kensington and Avenue people. If you've got a problem, check that out. Look up Kensington Avenue on YouTube, and I swear to you, man, have a look how far shit can go. That's scary, you know. Or the documentary on downtown Seattle. I've been chopping and changing with these batteries, and they magically recharge themselves a little while. How do they do that? Someone out there know that? No one watches this shit. Actually, there's a chap that writes to me. He actually emails me, and says, "Hey man, I'm watching your shit."
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.